Hey YouTubers, TR Puffin Stuff here, and today I just wanted to share a little video with you. I have recently enjoyed many videos on YouTube of people sharing things that they're passionate about. Either things that they collect or just things that they have recently acquired or have had that they enjoy. And so today I'm going to share with you some of my knife collection. Smoking a corn cob today with some butter rum, and beautiful day here in the woods, and just thought I'd share with you some of my knife collections. And I've got so many knives, I'm only going to share some of my favorite fixed blades. I don't have any of my pocket knives or other knives in this video, but I'm going to share with you some of my favorite and more treasured fixed blades. So I'll start at the top, and this is a knife that was given to me as a gift by my son. It is a Winchester Bowie style. As Mick Dundee would say, that's a knife. But I like this knife. I have cherished it because it was a gift from my son, and I've carried it a few times, and I really enjoy it. Another knife that was gifted to me in the Bowie style, I guess. Is it Bowie or Bowie? I'm not sure. I know it's David Bowie, but anyway, is this one. I like the sheath on this one. Nice leather sheath with the fringe there. And this is a Daniel Boone replica, and it's got a couple of chips in the blade there from where I've used it for things, but nice heavy knife. It's got the DB right there. Little Star of Texas, I guess that is, on the front. The next one is a knife that it belonged to my brother, and it's a very nice knife, very heavy duty. It's a Blacky Collins, and I'll tell you what, man, this thing is razor sharp. If I was into it, I could probably shave with this knife. And I'll tell you, this thing has been put through the ringer, but not nearly as much as this one. This is a knife that also belonged to my brother, and it is a Navy, U.S. Navy Mark II by Camillus. This is the original real deal. This isn't one of those little replicas, and I have beat this thing to death. This has cut many things, chopped many things, split many things, and comes in a very heavy sheath. I think it's actually got a sharpener in it. Every time you put it in and take it out, you're sharpening the blade. And I've never had to sharpen the blade again. Anyway, that's a Mark II Navy issue. And that is one of the two knives that I'm going to show you today that I use the most. It's very windy out here today. This next knife is a Grylls, and I'm not real wild about Grylls, but I disagree with a lot of the things that he does and the way he does them, but great knife. It's the survival knife by Grylls, and very functional. It has an emergency whistle. The sheath is very nice. It has a, for starting fire here. Clips right in, and I also in the back have tucked away a little bit of tinder for starting a fire. And I would say this is probably my second most used fixed blade large knife. Gerber is my favorite of all. Most of the knives that I've actually purchased, that weren't given to me or that I didn't inherit, have been Gerber. I've just found that they're very dependable, and I know other people may have varying opinions about that, but Gerber to me is my favorite brand of knife, and that's what I look for when I shop for a new knife. The next knife is actually, this was my father's knife, and I don't know a lot about it. If you know anything about this knife, let me. It is an Ontario. It's a very old knife, and again, this is a knife that is just razor sharp and doesn't take a lot of sharpening, and as old as it is, I'm surprised at that, but it's in great condition. The handle is all wood, and it hasn't been messed up or anything. It's held up very well. Nice high quality leather sheath that comes with it, and this knife has gone actually from my father to my older brother and now to me, and so lots of memories with that one. Another knife that was my father's, or not my father's actually, this one belonged to my brother. This was made by a local knife smith here, blacksmith, knife smith, whatever you call it. This one is a local artist here in South Carolina by the name of David Manley. He makes excellent quality knives. Well, easier said than done, but they're just beautiful knives. A little on the expensive side, and I haven't purchased one, but my brother was a big fan of David Manley, and I still visit his booths at all of the exhibitions and gun shows in the area, and I love the quality of his knives. And this fillet knife has filleted several fish by not just myself, but also by my brother. Another David Manley is this smaller knife here, and all of his sheaths are just very heavy duty leather. And this is a stag handle, another David Manley. And this one's good for carrying all the time. It's not too big, but it does fit good in the hand. And anyway, that's another David Manley. Another local, and I don't know the gentleman's first name, but the last name is Odom, and this is an Odom knife, and this is probably my favorite knife of all. I've got so many compliments on this knife, and I don't know if you can see well with the lighting here, but the handle on this, I believe it's some kind of burl wood or something like that, but I just love that Damascus finish on there, and the shape. It's a perfect bushcraft knife, not too big, not too small, and again, very, very sharp, and nice sheath as well. I like to carry this one a lot as well. I get a lot of compliments on this knife. Like I say, the name on it is Odom, and I know that that's the gentleman's last name. I don't know his first name though, but I have seen them at several different knife shows, and great product. An inexpensive knife that I bought and was very pleasantly surprised at is this one. Now this one is not in the sheath, but it did come with a nice leather sheath, and I keep that sheath on my shooting bag for my black powder gun, and I keep this knife right in here in the sheath, so all I have to do is reach up, snap the clip, and pull it out. And it is an elk ridge, and they're not expensive at all. I think this knife was only about 20 bucks, 15 or 20 bucks. I picked it up at a flea market, brand new, but it's a full tang, very thick, very sharp right out of the box. And I just love the shape of it. The feel of it is just perfect for my hand. I have smaller hands, but I just love this knife. It's like I say, it's a elk ridge, and I don't have the sheath because, like I say, I've kind of strapped it permanently on my shooting bag. But if anybody wants to diss elk ridge, that's fine. But for me, so far, I've been very pleasantly surprised with it. The last two knives are one that was my father's, and I don't know a thing about this knife. It looks kind of like a buck based on this handle and the grommet here. It's very old. I know it was my father's. It no longer has the sheath. It's been excessively used. It's got some chips in the blade there, but I keep it more so for sentimental value. I do remember seeing my father use this knife, And at one point there was a sheath, and unfortunately I don't know what's happened to that. Again, this is a knife, if you recognize it and know anything about it, I'd love to hear where you think I might go to find out more about it. Like I said, it doesn't have any markings on it, or it looks like maybe there was at some time, but I can't quite make it out anymore. But I keep this knife, and I don't really use it much anymore, but it's more here for sentimental value. And then the last one I have to show you is a knife that was actually made by a friend of mine who is taking up blacksmith, and he made this knife for me out of a railroad spike. So yeah, this used to be a railroad spike, very heavy. You see, it's got a twist in it there, nice handle, and again, it fits perfectly in my hand. You're not going to break this. And again, he put a really good edge on it. I mean, for a railroad spike, I mean, that's just awesome. In a future video, I'll show you a tomahawk that he made for me out of a railroad spike. I should have bought that with me, but anyway, I was doing fixed blades on this video, so but yeah, I want to make or find a sheath for this, because I would carry this a lot. And again, everybody that I've shown this to is just you know, giving me lots of compliments on it. Such a simple concept, but a great, I mean, you could hammer stuff with this, and I mean, you're not going to destroy this thing. But and it was one of the first projects, I think, that he attempted in his blacksmithing endeavors, and I'm very appreciative of him for that. And anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the video. And like I say, this is just some of my knives, my more favorite fixed blade knives. And perhaps I'll do another video on my other knives, or maybe some of my tomahawks and stuff like that later on. But again, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video, and you know, I look forward to watching more of yours. And until then, we'll see you next time.